So I felt like placing an order at Trax today instead of going out to Harrison Dining Hall, likely because they had that succulent plant make your own succulent event. They were going to have it at 8:30 p.m. today. Though, as the succulents went out within minutes, that's roughly how long the event lasted. I don't know if I ended up getting a double order of mac and cheese bites, but I thought based off of the order I placed, I thought I was supposed to get a double order. I mean, an order of mac and cheese bites or wedges, and then a container of mac and cheese. I've been in the process of juggling my responsibilities for my art class with my responsibilities for my Spanish class. I'm pretty close to the required granite. I'm gonna invest everything into the Martial Monastery, all 10 points. I'm amazed that the Fellowship adventures are still ongoing. I must have got caught up in the work I need to do for my Spanish class. This is one of the chicken tenders I got from the hot bar. This is sour cream, ranch, barbecue, and marinara sauce. And when I went to pick up the Trax order, I placed for 9:30 p.m. After picking it up, I got a gallon of 2% fat milk. And it tastes pretty good. Although carrying it didn't exactly help the situation with, I hit the limit on coins. Okay, no problem. I'll just accept some offers from the wholesaler. Marble and planks. Yeah, I think I accidentally been inactive for roughly 12 hours at least. Excuse me. Yeah, they have a habit of whenever someone polishes one of your cultural buildings, their portrait, and then when you mouse over it, their username will appear at a pop-up. I don't know. I haven't exactly counted how many cultural buildings I have, but oh, there's a new Spire of Eternity. I'm currently pretty close to the internal storage limit on my phone. I've caught up with the uploads of my dinners prior to this one, but now I've got to upload my footage of us going to the Rooster from the other day. The first time in a long time I did something like that, go out to eat at an unfranchised restaurant. I'm well aware of the current world events. I went to Harrison for lunch today at 11 p.m. after my pool test. That roughly took place at 10 in the morning. Me scheduling it, since I had to schedule it on a Monday or a Tuesday, I chose to schedule it as soon as possible in order to get it out of the way. I've made some progress on the comprehension questions for my Insano Cultural Uno assignment. I'll just invest those into the Monastery 2. Now I'm at 184. At around 7:30 p.m. today, I decided to go out for a walk to the tower building, essentially so I could knock off some loose bits of clay as well as to replace the bag the plastic bag my ceramic shoe was in, as the old one had gotten pretty dirty, and it was because of those loose bits of clay getting sort of stuck to my ceramic shoe. These mac and cheese bites are delicious with sour cream. The hard part of this cultural assignment is the whole comprehension questions, because I have to answer them in Spanish. The actual 400 to 500 word essay, I write that in English. So for the comprehension questions, it's a painstaking process of flipping between the word reference app on my phone and the Spanish dictionary website in order to know the right way to conjugate a verb. In order to convey what I want to convey for my answer. Often after I search on word reference to know what Spanish verb to search on the Spanish dictionary, I'm pretty sure I ultimately just got a double order of mac and cheese bites, which is okay in my book. I think early on today, one of the first thing I can remember is eating those leftover pieces of pizza from the Rooster that were given to me that I think had mushroom residue on them. And even some leftover mushrooms, but it was still good pizza. I think I might have had that somewhere between 6 in the morning and 9 in the morning. And then around 11 in the morning, I went to Harrison for lunch. Getting brown rice, Vietnamese chicken, and some veggies, along with some milk. The most I could get, which is 2 small cartons. And then I went to the Nest and got two Rockstar Thermo energy drinks. On my way to some pretty incredible coincidences. On my way to the Tower Building around 7:30 p.m., I encountered a student who recognized me because he was in my visual art experience class. I ended up asking if he wanted to go to the open studio hours as I was at the time, but he said that he was pretty much done with his shoe, and so was I. I was basically just going there essentially because I still had the opportunity to do so. It wasn't expected of me to have that opportunity because I thought I heard that the shoes were going to go into the kiln over the weekend. Anyway, the second barbecue sauce pack is a bit precarious. And I also reminded him about the quiz that's going to be tomorrow, and essentially offered for us to essentially study for it together. These are the terms I wrote down during a brief moment where I tried to study for it. Did some work on the 99 Dan Hamming. I'm now extending out into a scene where Dan Hamming, a relatively brief scene where Dan Hamming comes across what happened to Caesar's dad and the Uber driver, essentially. I'm currently working on that scene. And when I went, as I was at the open studio, ceramic studio hours, even though it was a relatively brief visit, I'd say around 7:50 p.m., I actually encountered my visual art experience professor, Professor Mills. She helped me to feel better about the critique and the quiz coming up. Well, more of the quiz. I was already feeling pretty good about the critique. I knew I had put in plenty of good work in for the critique. And then on my way back to my dorm room from the trip to Tracks in the Nest, I pretty much just did. I briefly encountered one of my old roommates, Nick, from my freshman year here at Brockport. And I basically told him, have a good night, long time no see, and that I hope to see him again soon. And also around 5 p.m., I had what ended up being a very brief, like less than 15 minutes, personnel committee meeting that I ended up being reminded of about by one of my fellow senators because it was at the back of my mind because at the time I was juggling again my responsibilities for my art class with my responsibilities for my Spanish class. I was able to fit the gallon of 2% milk into my mini fridge, though I had to put it in the middle compartment where I have some of my Rockstar thermal energy drinks out in the open, which in that terminology means not in a paper bag within my mini fridge. And I ended up having to put that pizza box that still contains one slice of regular it's a sort of meat lover's pizza. I forgot the flavor text name for it. What I do know is that at some point between the end of my Monday 12:20 p.m. National Security class, which predated the class by starting to share a YouTube video over Collaborate Ultra of a Taiwan military exercise drill. Though when they did an amphibious landing, it made me think maybe this was a military exercise by the Chinese and not the Taiwanese. After all, in a war between Taiwan and China, it is certain that Taiwan would be defending and China attacking, not the other way around. So what need is there for Taiwan to practice an amphibious landing? To take back parts of the island? Yeah, but... Or maybe it would be to destroy military assets that in China that are not very deep into China itself. Even so, that seems to be a bit of a stretch. I haven't spent that much time thinking about it. Sometime between after that class and my walk to the art ceramic art studio, I think it was around 4 p.m. I ended up having one slice of the 2 slices of pizza that were left, along with a Rockstar Thermo energy drink. The other one I had much earlier today, maybe around 9 in the morning. I have a habit of both drinking and buying 2 Rockstar Thermo energy drinks a day when I'm here in Brockport. At least that's the general rule, the general trend, I think.